It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Brandon Ayuk, their few better in the red zone, as he comes in fourth in touchdown receptions. It's the 49ers and the Hawks, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not...
Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. So here are the Seahawks now with a long field in front of them. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And complete to Smith and Jigba. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Back to throw. Tyler. That is caught. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. It completes it once more to Anderson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Knox. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Tyler. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers will take over possession here up at the 44. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's Walker to start the drive. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort, there was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that that carries over to this week as well.
The throw over the middle taken in. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a first down.
A gain of 7. And the 49er first down.
They'll look to throw here. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Niners at 12-3 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Third down, he'll drop to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Jake Moody now for the point after. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception he threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw. Tyler. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Up the middle they go. Knox. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Off the bootleg. Tyler. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Tyler. Smith and Jigbo hauling it in on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches at the 49ers 25-yard line.
Looking to throw. Tyler going right back to Smith and Jigba. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Knox. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
And 6 yards to go.
Back to throw. Tyler. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. From 3 yards out. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
A very tough run for a short gain out near the 32. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Now a 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Well, the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a pass.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Tyler. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
2nd and 15 at the 47-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw. Tyler. Goes to the right side here, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. That one covers 29 yards for down. But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Underneath, caught by Anderson, the tight end. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
At the Niners' 22-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Tyler. That is caught by Anderson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Tyler. Dancing to his left. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is gone. So long run gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That one goes for 24 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Now this throw caught left side, and they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 28 yards. He's really starting to get up there towards 1,000. He's now at 997 career catches. Here's Walker. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Again, Walker. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. Jake Moody now on for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And that will knot us up at 10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Tyler. Wide open receiver complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards. Better than 20 here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Knox, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the 9-yard line.
Looking to throw. Tyler out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And it's caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive. He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the 2nd quarter. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll set up a throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They're going to look to throw. He's got Ayuk once again. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 10. And a 49er first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Back to throw again. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. They'll look to throw. Throws the L out and completes it to Samuel. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. They'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And, oh, boy, nobody wants to see this. That's the running back, Kenneth Walker, who appears to be injured. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And his kick is good. And that's going to tie us at 13. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Tyler, he's got Anderson right side. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Here's 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw again. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this one is right down Broadway. And they have regained the lead. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
We'll start by heading out west. State Farm Stadium in Glendale. And it's the Steelers out in front in the second quarter. The Steelers trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we'll take a trip east to check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they've gone to the half in that ball game with the visiting Browns out on top. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And it was the visiting LA Rams who get the victory in that one. The Rams are in need of some changes come the offseason. We know that. But they do get the victory there to get them to 5-11. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half.
and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. Tyler. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Operating from the gun. Tyler. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
To throw on 3rd down. Tyler. And that will be incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And this returnable for Hill. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Here's a 2nd and 7. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. And here's a handoff out of the gun. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On third down, Tyler. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now fourth down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Here's Hill on the return. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
First down, 49ers.
And Walker once more. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On second down, it's Walker. And down to the 36-yard line here. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Back to throw now on first down. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw on second down. Tyler completes it once more to Anderson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Knox. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Throwing on first down. Tyler. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Tyler looking middle, and it's incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approached this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And taken right on the 30. Broken tackle. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Into space at the 45. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. That was good for 14 in the Seahawk first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, Brandon, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And he's on the heels of winning the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award. He had a pair of sacks in last week's game, Charles.
So much for adjusting, so much for game plan.
Under pressure, they got him again. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And what they do know is that they'll be playing at home come January, at least for one game, as they have locked up the NFC West.
And everyone wants that top spot partner. We know that because that guarantees you home field advantage throughout the playoffs. But whether or not that's in the cards or not, you have to be impressed with how this team has played.
2nd and 6. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Looking to throw. Tyler. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Knox. There he goes, left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Knox, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Back to throw. Tyler. Going right side here, and that's complete. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Looking to throw. Tyler. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call. It kind of went in reverse a little bit, threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way.
Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there, laying himself out in the end zone. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the 49ers settling in for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Well, I'm not quite sure how he got away from that first tackler, but he won't even be able to get it back to the line of scrimmage there as the defense rallies behind him.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. That is caught. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll try and run Walker. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
So here we go. It's Jake Moody now in a big spot. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is indeed good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down by 2, 50 seconds to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got him with a first down. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. And he will find his man on the outside. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach in a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So the victory here for San Francisco. And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So for San Francisco, they continue to show they're playoff ready as they move to 13-3 with 1 game remaining. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the Chargers' sure-handed tight end. You always need eyes on him. Fourth most catches in the NFL. It's the Chargers and the Broncos coming up next.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the L.A. Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they're... Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. On the return there, gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-1 as opposed to the 2-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. He finds his man complete. That's Gonzalez. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Pollard, he'll take it up the gut. He finds some open field here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
12 more yards there and another first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he slides to a halt inside the 10. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Pollard. Twisting his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. looking sharp on that first stride. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Tui Pelotu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they get to him right out of the gate, and this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
Now we see the first throw of the ball game, and he's got it complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They're in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture in the AFC. And one thing we do know, they will be a part of the playoffs come January. They have clinched the AFC West.
And that feels good for them, but they feel like their work is far from done because as it stands right now, they won't have the first-round bye. But a lot of teams will tell you, that's okay with us. We just want to get to the playoffs and wreak havoc from that point on.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Open man here is Gentry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down in the yard. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. They'll look to throw. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. Now a give here to Pollard. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Chargers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter. He's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here. And I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Again, it's Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They'll drop to throw. Here's a screen now for Pollard. Good footwork at the 30. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll drop to throw. And that, incomplete. Daylight in front if he could have held on, but he didn't. So instead, it's 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Caught. It's Wilson. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. Here comes 3rd down at 7. As they've got it as we resume action. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down. Doesn't find anyone open. Tucks it away. Takes off and picks up the 1st down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. With the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line. And after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's his safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game. And that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is brought in at the 21. A little juke. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he completes it to Wilson. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Allen! Garrett Wilson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers continue to pull away here in this first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Dicker now to tack on the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous. And now off to the races down the right side. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Williams running left. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. The field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. A little brief second of indecision there was certainly hooking, but bottom line, it's good.
Yeah, and, you know, got a little bit of English on it, right? That left-footed kicker trying to pop it through. A little bit too close to the right upright for his liking, but he'll take the 3.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. 2nd and 11. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Quay Walker drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. On the return is Cohen. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Quickly into the hands of Mims. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds Wilson, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. This one finds Wilson downfield. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now back to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And that stretches the lead to 27. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They begin the drive with Williams. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They'll look to throw again. That is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On third down, here's Williams. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He already with a couple of touchdown throws in this first half as his guys start 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Well, they have a first down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game.
Touchdown, Chargers! Garrett Wilson with career touchdown number 70. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They'll look to throw here. That is caught. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. where it was the visiting Raiders who were able to come away with the road win. 26-7 was your final. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they've gone to the half in that ball game with the visiting Browns out on top. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. Finally, let's get in Glendale. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Steelers still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out and take pride in your work and try and put something together here in the second half.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Short pass caught by the tight end Gentry. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. Running right, it's Pollard. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's Pollard again. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Quinnen Williams drops it for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, 3rd quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. They'll look to throw. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Short pass caught by the tight end Gentry. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%.
He tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Denver's offense ready to go again. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And Judy's going to have a Broncos 1st down as he'll get this up across the 30-yard line. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed 1st down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down. Taking it about the 16. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point. Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a 1st down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll run on 1st down. It's Larson. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34. They'll keep it on the ground. Larson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 36-yard line.
They run the counter. Larson. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And this is a blowout. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Denver's offense now set to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he completes it to Cohen. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back to throw again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Williams. Runs through the contact. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Second down and 6 now. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment defense.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Lindsey. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They're going to look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll set up to throw. That is caught by Cohen. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And some room to run now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Larson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds Wilson. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. From 8 yards out. And the Chargers add 6 more to their point total. And they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football. The Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way they're...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr., and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago. There's There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's been.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Holding. Offense.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. He gets this out to Spiller. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's the option. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And Denver getting set to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. A short throw to Musgrave. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 3rd and 3. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
False start. Offense.
Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, it's Larson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Here now a 3rd down and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Larson. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 102 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Sit down. Liam.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Chargers, they improved to 14-2 with still one game left to be played in this regular season. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and all eyes are on Dalton Kincaid. He's making a push for 1,500 yards and whatever else he can get. It's the Chiefs and the Bills on Thursday night.
From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, hard to believe, our final Thursday night game of the year, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their seventh-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. Well, he's free going down the footways. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there on the first play of the game. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The output from Rice in last week's game, 4 catches, 52 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Jordan Addison with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team is going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 18 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Here's Allen to throw it. Slant right, going to be caught by Palmer. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Bills.
Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week. That pressure on the QB is key. Now a first down carry by Jones. He's got it to the 43 here. This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also...
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And they know the situation that's in front of them. They'll be in the playoffs. That's the good news. But have you seen enough from this team to think that they'd be a threat to do anything in some playoffs?
Well, to this point, I love your question. But I don't think so. Not really. And to be fair, I think they'd say the exact same thing. But as a good friend said to me, someone who really understands this league, the playoffs sometimes have a funny way of making ordinary teams extraordinary. So let's watch and see.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw outside, completion to Rice. 7 yards there and a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 42.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. 75 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. The Chiefs had 10 and 5 to start play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And the offense last week, they certainly had things humming because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
They'll drop to throw. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll set up a throw. That is caught by Williams for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And avoids the contact by sliding. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. And he's going to use his legs here. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 12 more yards there and another first down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Allen now looks to throw. Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
5-yard gain on the play. First down, Buffalo.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. Because
nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. He hit on the big one on that last drive. Touchdown pass number 50 on the season. What a year he's put together, and he'll try to build on it here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Pass complete to Addison. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 45-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Into the hands of Hendershot. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Back to throw again. Open man right side is Rice. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they get it done.
And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
At the 30-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, someone for hold them to a field goal. The pressure they got home on the previous play didn't hear. And that bought their quarterback some time to find a receiver, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Pacheco going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? On play action, they'll throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. This would be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
And he is caught. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely, because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Palmer. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lindsey. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 50 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. To the air, Allen. That is incomplete. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. He sets up the screen to Jones. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Now Allen. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward half. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
And 10 yards to go.
Looking to throw. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Boy, Brandon, a missed opportunity there at the end of this first half. You'd love to give your guys the lead going into the break, but this effort doesn't find the mark, and that's going to keep things all square.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Some good games starting in the early window on Sunday, and one of the big ones features the New England Patriots, as they'll have to do battle with the Las Vegas Raiders. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
On the counter, here's Jones. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Allen. That is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's complete to Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. And that's an important completion right there, because that's going to do it. With that last pass, he eclipses Peyton Manning's all-time mark of 5,477 pass yards in a single season. I think the Engravers, they can get the MVP trophy ready. This has been a year for the ages as he stands alone in single-season passing. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 92 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Back to throw here. Throw left side to Kincaid. And a big play there for KC. 47 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's going to have a Bills 1st down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he stopped immediately there. 2nd and 16. And now they'll throw with Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 3rd down and 6. Allen going to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Well, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. He'll take this to the 46.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6.
Goes out left, it's caught by Williams.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And they'll begin by running the option.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Holding, offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. Here's Allen to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. That is caught. Kincaid with it. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Bills are right back in this football game. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart with points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. So after the INT, it's Allen. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
Think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 121 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and goal to go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice from 6 yards away. And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point by Butker. He's on target. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Harrison Butker and a kickoff for Kansas City.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Allen. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run it with Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. To throw, it's Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Buffalo.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Got him in on the right sideline. That's Lindsey. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Chiefs' 6-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Brought down on the play by Kobe Turner. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame him?
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
Now 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Pacheco headed right.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
A handoff now for Pacheco.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Kansas City,
they get an important win here to move to 11-5 on the year.
And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo,
they drop a 10th ball game on the year, falling to 6-10 with one game still to come.
And they will look to turn it around next time out. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.